I found some of that evidence and the reasons discussed there quite compelling, but it can take a lot of courage to be willing to follow the evidence where it leads, especially if it might lead you to consider changing your worldview. That experience happened to one of the most famous Christian writers, novelists, and academics of the 20th century. His name was C.S. Lewis. Known to millions of readers as the author of the much-loved children's books The Narnia Chronicles, Lewis is famous now as a Christian writer, but in fact was an atheist as a young man. That atheism began in childhood, when he watched his beloved mother die of cancer when he was just 10 years old, and he blamed God for her death. His atheism was then reinforced by his experience in World War I, where he saw brutality and violence fighting in the trenches of wartime France. He returned home from his wartime experience to Oxford University as an ardent atheist, but at Oxford was encouraged to begin subjecting his atheism to rigorous scrutiny. As he did so, he found that his much-loved atheist arguments began to slowly crumble as he examined them. For example, he discovered that the things he held the most dear, music and literature and art and beauty, had no real foundation on atheism. Furthermore, he realized that on atheism, he had no grounds for calling anything good or evil in the first place, yet it was evil that he tried to use as a stick, as it were, to beat God with. Well, as Lewis followed the evidence where it led him to realize that God did exist, and finally he bowed the knee and became a Christian.